Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 2177 of What Shipped Now, documenting the journey originally as I transitioned from the brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business and all the stuff I've done since I've come online. I am visually challenged, so I decided I needed to find a way to capture what I was doing without having to write it down and search for it through reading and things like that, since reading is not my strong suit anymore. Still do it, still do a lot of it compared to most people, but it's definitely a lot harder and more challenging and time consuming than it used to be for me. So today, for this year's annual challenge, the Let's Grow annual challenge, we're talking about different frameworks or different models for looking at growth and deciding, and we'll pick a model just like we did with goals last year. We will pick a process for growing in different areas and aspects of our life, and we'll identify that process. We'll cover it every month, but first we need to look at what's possible. What are some different frameworks? What are different ways and models of looking at growth? And so we've talked about Kaizen, which is continuous improvement. It just stands for continuous improvement. It's a Japanese word for that. We've looked at mindfulness, and today we looked at Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Why? Because it's actually a good framework or a good model for looking at the different needs that we have and the areas we need to grow in order to get from physiological, safety, social, esteem, and self-actualization. To me, self-actualization is where we want to get to because that's where we're really growing. But it takes growth to achieve and meet our needs in each of these areas, right? So we talked about that. And we're going to look at today, because I've never done it before. I've never gone through and thought about, well, what growth do I need to have in each of these areas in order to fulfill the needs in that area so I can ascend up this model? Because I don't know about you, but I want to grow and be the best possible version of myself this year. And part of that is doing one thing every day. So today we're going to look at this model. Our topic for today, and I will say I am woefully horrible at this particular thing on a personal standpoint, from a personal standpoint. We're talking about focused branding as a strategy for supersizing and growing our business in our Supersize Your Business group. And today, we do this for our businesses because I hire people to do this for our businesses. But it's probably time I hire someone to do it for me personally so I can decide what is my personal brand. I'm one of those people guilty of just throwing stuff out there and letting the world decide what they think of me versus purposefully saying, this is me, this is what I stand for, this is who I want to be and how I want to show up in the world and how I want to brand. Obviously, I just throw things together based on what feels good to me. Thus, the teddy bears in the background. It is going to snow today. I am excited about that. It has been one of the lowest snows that I remember in my lifetime, and I've got going on 64 years on the planet here coming up in March. And so I'm excited. Today and tomorrow it's actually supposed to snow here, and we had a rainy Christmas and then we all got sick, so it will be a nice fun change of events to have some white snow. We haven't got a little covering of snow, but we're going to get some accumulation and some inches, which always pretties up the world, in my humble opinion. I like it when it's beautiful. It's part of why I live in Wisconsin, because I get to experience the beauty of all four seasons in probably one of the most beautiful places in the world. Again, my opinion. So if I can help you in any way today, hit me up and ask. Again, just getting my feet on the ground after having COVID at the beginning of this year, the end of last year, beginning of this year. The whole family, it's kind of rolled through the whole family. So everybody's been sick, and it seems to drag out. I mean, you can't find any real information on it and how it's supposed to affect you. To me, it just felt like a bad cold this time with a little bit of cough and some other things. Super duper bad body aches for a couple of days. Headaches, because I think what it does, just like anything else, if I get a flu, it affects me differently than other people and you differently than other people. But wherever our system is the weakest, that's where it seems to get us. So I think that we've been very fortunate to have put off COVID for this long. So I'm not going to complain about the version of it that we got. But we will continue to be careful and take care of ourselves, right? It's not for us to police other people. It's for us to say, what can I do to be personally responsible for my health and ensure that I don't get sick? Just like any other thing, right? How do you not get colds and the flu? Because it's pretty much the same thing, except this one was manufactured to get us sick and control us. I know. Again, my opinion. Guess what? The cool thing about having your own podcast is you get to share your opinion. And it's a way for people to know who I really am and decide if they want to listen to me or not about anything. Because sometimes we don't want to listen to people who we don't agree with their opinion. I just say, let's think for ourselves and do what's right for us and do the next right thing. Obviously, been watching Frozen 2 with my granddaughters. Do the next right thing, right? Treat people the way you want to be treated and be kind, and your life will be a whole lot better than if you choose the alternatives. All right, have an awesome day. Again, if I can help you anyway, ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow.